Hello, folks, as y'all are coming on. And this is just a really brief check-in. I know that there's probably going to be some other lives coming later anyway, so I'm just going to keep this nice and brief for myself at least. But just wanted to say hi to folks. I said yesterday that I had potentially wanted to continue to figure out the Scrabble game, but I don't have the my own mental bandwidth to continue tonight, but just at least still wanted to say hi to folks. Hi, Pam. But I do know that Miss Nicola provided us more stuff today. So I don't know if people got a chance to look at Nicola's postings and if people have any specific thoughts around it. Oh my word, I just realized I have 73 subscribers now. That's awesome. That must mean 2 more came in and I didn't even realize it. Oh, Sarah Matthews. Hi, Sarah. Hope you're doing well these days. Hey, Greenbird Brigade. Thanks, Roni. Oh, you just reminded me about the little blurbs that I was going to say. So if you can do your daily heart me, or if you could double tap hearts on the side, you could also share or subscribe, which apparently 2 people did, and I still need to thank folks because I was like, oh, I didn't realize that it increased by 2 today. So that's awesome. Thank you, Marie. But yeah, and thank you, Miss Allie. Thanks, Greenbird Brigade. Glad I'm on things. I'm not planning to be on very long. I know that there's other lives that are planning to come on later tonight anyway, so I always feel like at least I know that there's other lives folks can attend. And I was hoping to have the bandwidth to dive into the Scrabble game again, but I'm really tired. I don't know if I have the bandwidth. Plus, y'all, did you see how Claude, I put a video about Claude the AI? How Claude totally called me out. I was like, come on, Claude. I was just trying to have some fun. I guess I was a little too specific in my prompt, but I had never had an AI basically said, get your life together. Don't you? I was so when I got that response from Claude, I was like, I gotta share this with the people. Though I think a part of me kind of feels like maybe I should go back and talk to Claude and be like, actually, Claude, that was a little bit hurtful. And it doesn't have to be I'm not trying to invade anybody's privacy. I was just asking the connection. Minnie, hey, hi. Yeah, I'm gonna reason with Claude, Ronnie. And Ronnie said, he said it to all of us. LOL. I was just okay, so I know Claude as an AI is far more relational. But Claude has literally called me out on other things. I had wanted Claude to do descriptive audio for an e-learning course I was doing, and basically was well, if you put the description in the pictures, then I could do that. Basically, that was basically what it was saying. So basically, he was saying I could do my job if you did yours, and I was like, ow, okay, Claude. But Claude does it respectfully, but it's just so blunt, but respectful. It's respectfully blunt. Yeah, it was a little sassy for an AI. But that's why I actually like Claude. I used to use ChatGPT, but I don't know. There's something about how Claude talks to me. Even when I feel called out, I'm like, okay, I still like you, Claude. So I may follow up with a story if I do talk to Claude a little bit more about the situation and how I felt with how he responded to me about my question. And then obviously the other things that I posted about was the song. Thank you, Minnie. The song Heya. And just all the little things from the Polaroid picture. And here's the wild things, y'all. When I was doing that video, I wasn't even going to say that last part. That last part just came to me because you know what? My video would have been shorter. Because I don't know if I would have read all that stuff, because there's like a lot. Oh, many. You know, I love the corgi, the little shake booty. That's like my favorite. I don't know if there's other ones like that I would like as equally as much as corgis, but the corgi with a butt shake, like, it's the best gift ever. But yeah, no. The Polaroid picture thing just came to me as I was like, what other lyrics do I want to read? And then I saw that and I was like, that's genius. Yes, we will go with that. And I got so excited when I said it. And I was like hoping, honestly, because I took so long on that first page of lyrics that had a lot of repetition. I was like, are people even going to get to this second page where I'm going to go bam? I don't know if they're going to get there. But y'all did. And y'all felt what I felt with the whole Polaroid picture, which I felt very happy about. What was the other thing? And then obviously folks were like, hey, you should read the actual story behind Heya. And then I was like, oh, when I looked it up, I was like, oh, Heya. Oh, Minnie, I have never, that's so funny. I have never seen that one. But yeah, so now, how many of y'all have seen Nicola's new postings today? Because I know some folks were like, oh, I hope she gives us postings today. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for more postings because I haven't even finished the Scrabble game. So any thoughts about the first one, the paparazzi pictures? I mean, I was in Angela's live today, which I rarely get to sit on other people's lives, but I happen to have been driving back from the bocce tournament. And I happened to see Angela on there. So I was like, oh, I'll go in and listen a little bit. So I know that there was a little bit of conversation around the date of the paparazzi pictures. And so I just didn't know if I didn't get to hear the end result of that conversation. So did it turn out to be like, confirm the date of the paparazzi pictures? Katie said it's the layout. What about oh yeah, Katie, I think I saw that you were on with Angela, because I think I saw you in like the corner or something as well. Yes, the date was the same. So it was a year before the other paparazzi pictures that came out. Okay. Oh, she's so smart. Dulce said, don't want to read into it, LOL, he, but very interesting. You know, here's the difficult part, right? So one of the key rules I've always had is that I try to stay in, like, the Instagram or whatever. But, like, the thing that's hard with Nicola is she does have additional meanings, and she has, I don't know, all that stuff with her. So you can't help but like expand out because she's the one offering it. And that's the difference. Like, she's the one offering this stuff. Versus Luke is not usually the one offering up the information. Like, he's not offering up anything, but she's usually offering up something that's playful and fun, but something to look at. Okay. So people said, okay, let me see what I got here. Ronnie said, yeah, I was in Ange, and folks went on commentary for having friends that protect you from paps. Okay. The Greenberg Brigade said 1 year to the day before. Minnie said, yeah, I definitely read into it. LOL. Katie said, I saw it as her friends don't give her away to the paps. Then the guy she just meets. I'm not quite sure if that it stopped to then the guy should just meet. Okay. Katie said, I'm being protected from the paps. Newtonic said a friend that protects you from paps versus calls them. Rochelle, thank you. Caitlin Marie said, wait, her pap pics were from June 13, 2023. That's what people told me. So I am depending on the fact checking of the folks that are fact checking. Because I have not had an opportunity. I was trying to actually fact check it before coming on. But again, my bandwidth was like fairly low. I was like, I'm good. The Greenberg Brigade said, I gave up on not reading it a long time ago. Nicholas said, OMG, I just saw it. This girl is on a roll. Hey, Empress. Okay, so Katie did get cut off. I was wondering, 'cause sometimes words do get cut off when people are trying to send a message. Caitlin also said that she's Nicola's like our Taylor Swift, which is kind of true. And I mean, as a Taylor Swift fan, it's not surprising that she would love to do like Easter eggs and things that are fun like that. Rochelle said, "Just join. What's the topic?" It was the conversation around the postings that Nicola has put up today, and what people are reading into it. If there's anything. That's fun. The Greenberg Brigade said may not be the exact same day. Katie said, I meant the second pick was the guy her character just met on Tinder. Oh yeah, like I've never watched Big Mood, so I don't know the full context of where that particular scene comes from. So from what I saw, it was a person that she had just started talking to like an hour before on Tinder, and she brought him over. Was that the premise of the clip? And obviously, you know, whenever that happens, it is the thing with Nicola, will always say like there is 1,000,001 clips you could choose. So whenever she chooses what she chooses, there's usually a deeper meaning to it. And some folks like Claude will say don't be reading into things, Phoebe. I get it, Claude, my word. I'm going to ask Claude about this afterwards, but so I think that's part of it. Katie thinks it was a Raya dig. And Rochelle thinks she enjoys toying with us. I think she enjoys having us have fun. Katie feels like it's shade to his girlfriend, to Luke's girlfriend. Killian said, "Did you watch Big Mood, Miss Bocce?" I still have not. There are so many things I have not watched at all. I actually wanted to finish up the Umbrella Academy because I had started that show, and I think this is the final season of that. I still haven't watched that. I canceled my Prime, so I don't know if the Summer I Turned Pretty is the Summer I Turned Pretty done? Or do they have another season? And is it done? Is it finished? And I don't know the ending because I canceled Prime. There's another Prime show that I think I used to watch Upload too. So I don't know if that's still a continuing show on Prime. So there's a lot of shows that I mean to watch and I have not watched at all. Is it Asling maybe? There's definitely a method to Nicola's madness, LOL. Sunshine and Seashells says, in the clip, the reason for getting with him is her friend is now occupied. Okay, so context. She gets with him because her friend is now occupied. Okay, I can see where that could potentially go. Minnie said, dealing with my own depression and watching Big Mood, LOL, probably not a good idea. Oh, is it not a good idea, Minnie? I know you're doing all those emojis, but if it's not a good idea, I hope, make good, don't do something that's not a good idea. I don't know, because I have not watched Big Mood, but I know people said it was, really, sad or something. Sarah says, this was the set of pap shots when she arrived in a taxi June 23. And she is wearing the Claudia ring. Okay, so wait a minute. So it is June 23, not June 13th that those photos were taken. So they're kind of in the vicinity of the date, but not the actual date a year later. Is that what I'm hearing? I did get this picture of her wearing the Claudia ring. I think the picture I got, I was trying to make bigger so I could tell that it was the Claudia ring, and I just could not make it out myself. So I was like, I don't want to say for sure if it's the Claudia ring if I can't even tell myself fully if it is or not. Oh, Killian said, oh, you will love it. Sunshine and Seashell says, and he invited her to travel with him. He invited her to travel with him. All right, that's in the clip. Okay, Lydia Adele said, one more season next summer. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Wait. One more season. Okay, Minnie said she got that ring this year. Yeah, I mean, they might have been talking about another Oh, is it Claudia? I think it's Claudia, not Claudia. It's maybe Claudia? Claudia ring. So one more season, next season. Are you talking about the Summer I Turned Pretty or Upload. Maria said he commented about her friend trying to save her from the paparazzi. Okay. Lydia said the Summer I Turned Pretty. Okay, one more season next. Now, okay, so did another season already come out though, or are? Okay, I'm trying to think. How many seasons have I watched? How many seasons has been out for Summer I Turned Pretty? Can't remember. Oh, KA Strength says just joined. What does her last post on IG mean? Oh, only 2 have aired. Oh, okay, then I've seen them all so far. Okay, that's good to know. What does her last post on IG mean? Who is Danny? I heard from folks that person is that person is someone from SNL. I forgot what her role is, but people are saying that that's something that potentially it could mean that she could get on SNL. Lauren said, I think there's a link to Tiff doing a live that would be based around the time of Luke meeting his assumed girlfriend. You know what? I know that people were super bummed about Tiff having to cancel, but honestly, I was surprised that she was still doing it when I found out she was on vacation. I was like, on vacation? And I'll just give a plug for the fact that, you know, when someone, and I think somebody said this, I think it may have been it might have been Heather, maybe it was Roni. I'm trying to remember who said it. But honestly, it's so true that when somebody invests so much time, like in order to put that timeline together, like it's a lot of work. And I know that just recently Tiff has added a subscription. And I'm always trying to figure out like the things that I can offer my subscribers to make it worthwhile for them. Obviously, the biggest one I can offer is like the opportunity to go to London, Galway. I mean, like not on my dime because I'm not rich, but like trying to figure out that way of doing a trip together and stuff like that for my subscribers. But like my subscribers that actually want to do that. Not all the subscribers want to do that. And some might want to do New York City, not London and Galway. But the point being, she does a lot, like in regards to putting that together. And so I'm like, I'm actually happy that she chose to do a little bit of like that subscription aspect, because I was genuinely surprised to find out that she's done all these edits, all these things, all these years and never been compensated any form or fashion for it. And I don't know if people realize just how much time just even an edit takes. So, I mean, that's why I have such great like respect for editors, because editors, like if you're going to be a really great editor, you're going to put your own like editorial voice into things, but that requires the right clips and the right music and hitting the visuals with the music at the right time, and then any additions that you put into it. So anyways, just to say, I plug her subscription that she's doing for herself, because, you know, I feel like she's done it for a really long time without any compensation, which is actually quite amazing. I thought because she was over 10,000 followers that she would have some sort of monetization, but apparently that doesn't happen over there. Or maybe it's because she does edits and not like her own like I think she said it's different with edits, but I was just really shocked because I was like, oh, with all these followers, I really thought she would have some monetization already in place for herself for all the work that she does. So anyways, just wanted to say that. Okay, Kurt Seeing says, have you watched It Ends With Us? I did. And I will tell you this. I don't know if anybody's been watching the promo tour and everybody wondering what in the world is happening in the promo tour. I have been sucked into it a little bit. I will say this real quick. I would have loved to see what Justin had originally wanted to present to the audience, because I can tell from the final product, based off of how he's trying to do this press tour and how different it is from how Blake and the rest of the castmates are promoting the show. I feel like Blake's version of it won out more, but at the same time not. It just feels like it feels a little bit watered down from what I think probably Justin had hoped to do to bring awareness to the situation and the issue. But anyways, so someone asked me if I think it's worth watching. I'm like, it's fine. I mean, it's not like I would have said like give me my money back. But what I would say is I would love to see the version that Justin originally created, because I think there is a version of his that just like his some of his scenes didn't get chosen, and so I would love to see what his version would have looked like, because I think some depth was missing that probably would have been there earlier had his version went out. Okay. Christine said the promo tour is messy. It is. I mean, and it felt odd. It felt odd. Choice Ogba said the drama is crazy with it ends with us PR tour. Yeah. Christine said I think the movie leaned too much into the rom-com and it made for a hard watch. And Kumirovagirl said I don't like how they promoted that movie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep a little bit. I mean, I was like, maybe I ate too much food or something, but I fell asleep in the beginning of that movie in the rooftop scene. And literally, if anybody watched the movie, you know the rooftop scene is like pretty much the beginning of the movie. So I don't know. I got woken up by myself. Like I was like, oh my word, I can't believe I fell asleep for a little bit. But I did tear up at the tail end. But at the same time, I just felt like there were so many missed opportunities in that movie. I feel like too many missed opportunities. Yeah. So, anyways, is there anything else? I told folks that this is going to be like a very short one, because I don't know, for some reason I'm really super tired. Chris J said, I miss your lives. Oh, thanks, Chris. And always you can watch things on YouTube. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this one up. It depends on if I actually say something of worth in this one. I feel like all over the place because a part of me is really tired. But I think I might. Is there, in the last bit of time, are there any folks that I typically converse with on a regular basis that might just want to join me as guests right now, just because I don't know if I have the bandwidth to have anything to say. Are any folks interested? Roni, you're interested? Okay. Is anyone else interested as well? Maybe one more person that might be interested in joining to talk. Hey, Roni.
Hey, what's up?
I'm tired. I do not know what's going on with me. I'm like, this is gonna be short because I don't have the bandwidth. Like, for some reason.
Yeah,
Does anyone else want to join Roni and myself? Like one more person that I typically talk to though. Like I know you, so I'll feel comfortable putting you on here. Okay, yeah, Kumirovagirl. I definitely talk to you. Okay, let me see if I. Okay, let's see here. Did it send it to you, Kumirovagirl? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, perfect. Oh,
hello.
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 Hi, y'all's. Help a sister out here, because I literally wanted to go live just because I miss people. I want to say hi.
Yeah.
But now that I'm here, I'm like, I'm so tired and I don't even know what to talk about. And sometimes the best way to get like me going is just hearing other people, wonderful people. Kumirovagirl, this is the first time you've ever gone live with me. Could you tell people a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm also a Filipino, like yourself, from the island. From the island, I don't know. I'm just like so nervous because my first time going live.
Oh, don't worry.
Well, you know what though? You know what?
I'm a very awkward person.
Oh, that's always fun. Oh, okay. I made my okay. I'm gonna go put that back down. But you know what though? What was exciting to me was when we had the wonderful women come and do the panel that one day, and to find out like Heather, Angela, and Ronnie's first like live was with me. It's exciting because that may be a sign for you, Kimura girl.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll end up doing lives.
I have to say, just because I love sitting into your guys' lives, especially I've been talking to you and to Ronnie, and you guys are very insightful people with loads of knowledge.
Oh,
So sweet.
that is so sweet.
I know. I was talking to Ronnie earlier, and she was thinking that we've met in person before. I was like, no, I don't think we have.
Yeah, no, I think you just have like, because we kind of, well, she posted a video of her asking a question at a convention at SDCC. And there was like a sub convention that would always happen as like a satellite event. And I used to go to that same event. So, and it's usually repeat people who would go. And so I thought maybe we would have mutuals, but she just has like, she has a very similar vibe to a lot of my friends, which is like technically what I told Phoebe when I first started talking to her. I was just like, y'all just feel familiar. So yeah, so I was just like, it's entirely possible where I was just like, oh man, have I met her before? And I just don't
No,
remember.
I really wish.
Yeah.
No, I went in back in 2012, and it was just a spur of the moment thing to go, and I was like, oh my god, if I can meet the cast of Twilight, why not?
Yeah.
I will say this, y'all's. And this is kind of the fun part about going live. Okay, so let me tell you, the first person that encouraged me to do a live, actually, I haven't talked to her in ages, or talked to the person in ages, and I don't even know if they even follow me at this point. I have no idea, but I remember sending them a message thanking them because they were like, oh, could you do a live? And I had never done a live before. And I'm like, what does that mean? I had never been into anybody's lives. Like if TikTok hadn't deleted my first live, because I got too slow and I didn't get to download them. And really you have to like download them before the 30 days are up. So it got deleted. But the thing is, I had no clue what I was doing. People were being kind and giving gifts, and I didn't even know they were giving gifts. I didn't know that was the thing that was happening. So I didn't even get to thank people. It was only after Martha told me a lot of stuff, gave me some like hints of what to do. I was like, wow, I did not know all of these things. And so I learned though very quickly, and why I think I do enjoy hearing that, like I was some people's first lives before they decided, oh, I can do this, is this reality that every person does have the potential to like have a voice, to share their voice and share their perspective. And the beauty of it is really like nobody else. I mean, I know that people are like, oh, we hear this all the time, but it is true. Nobody can be you. There's no other person that's who you are. And who you are is composed of all your life experiences and all the makeup of, you know, your personality, all these, I don't know, all these different things. And so the more you lean into that, the more there's comfort in like doing lives, because you'll eventually find people that are just jiving with that and feel that. And I think, you know, the more comfortable you are in your own skin, the more you're likely to not try to be anybody else. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm not a naturally funny person. It's just not gonna happen.
Except you are.
Ham last night. You
Yeah,
were going
but
ham
see, here's
last
the
night.
if I try to be funny, I'm not funny. If I don't try to be funny, I can be funny. but it has to be like, it has to come naturally. And it's the same way with the whole, I've gotten two violations on like ad stuff because I did this TikTok shop.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, why am I doing these? I can't do these. I feel awkward for one thing. I can talk about stuff I enjoy and like, I can do that easily, but they want me to show product, and some people are really good at that. I'm just not good at that. So,
But wait a
anyway.
minute, what were the violations?
The first one was saying that I gave a third-party link out
Okay.
for that free sample and that African black soap. But I'm like, literally, that's the link they gave me. How are they giving me a violation for that? But then the other one was because I didn't show the Life Pro. But I'm like, I'm literally on it. You can see I'm shaking. But you have to physically show the machine I get it. But I'm like, I literally go on this every morning and night. So I was like, whatever. Can't do this.
That's dramatic.
But anyways, but what are some topics that y'all think will be fun to talk about for the next 30 minutes before I head off?
Ronnie, were you there with last night at Ho-Ho's? Because while you guys were doing so into the Scrabble, everybody was in Ho-Ho's and cracking up laughing. They were dying.
Oh my God.
What was happening?
Well,
they were talking about the panini, the triangles. Oh my God.
it's stuff that you probably would want to have on your life.
Because I was like, I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah, no, I'll have to DM you and just mention it because it was just
I did hear something about
Scratch and sniff.
the scratch and sniff one from Angela's.
Yeah.
Something about.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know the full context, but I could guess.
Oh yeah,
from what people were saying.
I'll DM
They
you.
were just talking about the very intimate scenes between Luke and Nick.
Yeah.
And how it was more than just what you thought it was.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll DM you about it.
I'm like, yeah, I'm so lost. I'm so tired. A part of me is like, I feel bad. Yeah, I'm like, I feel like I'm not putting up this live just simply because I'm a hot mess in the lack of time. Because I think I turned this on going like, well, I told people I'm gonna go live, but then I'm here and I'm like, I don't know what to talk about.
Well, I mean, it's just like there's just been like a combo of things. Like I think that what you posted with the Scrabble this morning was good, just like to reemphasize the lyrics, because I still think that that's definitely a viable option. Comparing
I like the second video.
the what?
The second video that she posted about the meaning behind the actual song,
Yeah.
the definition behind it.
Yeah.
Because it was so true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is
no.
even,
I mean,
a
it's
bigger
definitely a
comment.
possibility. And folks immediately were like, you should check out what the backstory of Heya is. And I was like, oh, I can see the connections people are trying to make with that. It's Danielle's G's wants to know where you talk about that stuff. I think it was Heather's live. So ho. I mean, or HO. I mean, no, H0 now, right?
Yeah.
I forget what the rest of Ho-Ho's or Heather's thing is.
Yeah.
So,
it was Heather and oh my God, I'm blanking. Desiree, thank you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw that too. I was getting ready to rest, but I did see that like Heather and Desiree did a live together, which is so exciting. I was so happy to see Desiree doing a live because I know she was before sharing a little nervousness around that, and so when she put out her like post saying like, "Will people join me in a live?" and I was like, I'm really happy for you, like putting yourself out there, and you know it is. I mean, there's no way around it. It is a scary thing to put yourself out, no matter what, simply because you could be talking about something completely benign and somebody will find something wrong with it. But then there are just like, I don't know if what y'all's personal opinion of Chris Olsen is or whatnot, but or if you even know who Chris Olsen is, I'm pretty sure that's his name. But the thing is, I've been seeing posts from him about just like you maybe they find him annoying, but it doesn't mean that they should be like bullying him or badgering him or what are these things. So it's kind of an interesting thing. So it's always a scary thing where if you put yourself out there, you know, it can be scary because people can just be mean. Now you can do a lot to protect yourself from all of that, but it's never going to stop you from having people be mean to you. But then it usually just means that you're doing something, right? Like if somebody says if you have haters, it just means you're doing something.
Yeah,
So
no, that's absolutely valid. I mean, you can simply like not even go live or attach your voice to anything and just do posts and still and still it's just like
yeah,
people don't need much to hate on something. They really don't. Like it's like the quickest, most reactionary thing. So it's just better to just do it anyway, because I mean, as we constantly say, you're never going to please everyone anyway.
yeah,
So,
no, for reals. No, I
mhm.
definitely think you just gotta. I mean, you'll find your people. I mean, you do. You eventually you find your people.
Speaking of Desiree,
Yeah, Desiree's in here. Desiree, I'm so excited that you ended up going live. I hope that was a good experience for you.
we were all dying laughing, so I'm pretty sure it was a great
Oh my
experience for her.
god. What they went till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
wow!
dude.
I think I think I was finally asleep around that time. Okay, Ronnie and Kimura girl, can you tell me what was your favorite part of how Desiree like did the live? Like what like if
Oh,
people are gonna check out Desiree, what is it about Desiree that you think is like the best
Oh,
part of
I
like being in
mean,
a space
her
with her?
sense of humor.
yeah.
Her
I
sense of
mean,
humor.
yeah, like all of her posts already, like that vibe and energy that she puts in just her regular posts, it definitely just kind of came out tenfold on the live. And then the chemistry that she had with Heather was like
Yeah.
that dynamic was just perfect. So it was just like it was literally like having it be like a bunch of girlfriends that decided to go over to their like friend's house and like
A
you have a
sleepover.
sleepover, like that was the
Mm.
vibe. So it was just hilarious and just talking about like just crazy stuff. So it was perfect.
Unhinged.
Unhinged in the best way.
Unhinged.
I mean, and folks, for those who might not be following Desiree yet, she's in the space right now as Desiree underscore Michelle. If
Yeah.
y'all want to follow her, check her out.
Yeah.
I always say that for
Absolutely.
anybody who comes on here, like Ronnie or Kumirovagirl. Um,
And you know, I
Kumirovagirl, when did
one
you start doing content
me.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
when did you start?
I've had a TikTok for a while, and I would just do it with me and my daughter. But then I didn't really want my daughter like shown, so I privated
Mm.
all her videos in hers, and
Mhm.
then made everything else public. And I didn't start doing uh, Bridgerton content until season 3 because I've heard of the show, but I had a lot of stuff going on. So I didn't think anything of it. And then just scrolling through TikTok, I was like, what's the show? So I watched the show, binged it within a day, and now I'm like
Mm.
hooked. Now that's what I post.
Nice, nice. Because you do edits, right?
I do.
So, I mean, how do you usually what do you think when you create edits? What do you think your editorial voice is? Like how do you decide what music you're going to play, what kind of clips you're going to show? Like what is your particular process?
For me, I picked the ones that would tell the best story in the eyes of others. Like if I wanted to tell a story, how do I want to portray that? So I just find the best edits that I see with them and just put a meaningful song that represents them
Mm.
or how best to describe a story.
Mm. I love that. I remember, I think Agape Love might be in this space right now, but I remember Agape Love had originally like reached out to me with some stuff that they were doing. I've been loving like a lot of the things that Agape Love has been doing lately, and one of them did Agape Love put it to the Hey Ya song, and did Polaroid pictures on it, which I really loved. Um, but I know Desiree also is planning to do a live, right? What time, Desiree? Because I was planning to make this one a short one because I did see that you were going to do one. So I'm like, I can do a short one and then like Desiree will be doing a live anyway, so I can hop on out and people can go to your live. Like, when's your live happening tonight?
I was wondering, does TikTok have the same thing that Twitch does where you can raid other people's lives with your audience so that it just automatically transfers your audience to another person?
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, there's a lot of things I
Oh,
don't.
she says 9:30.
There's a lot of things I don't know. Okay, around 9. Okay, so that's 7:30. Oh, good. That's perfect. That's perfect because I'm planning to end at 7:25. So I'm like, yes. Okay, folks. If you are wanting more stuff and want humor and what did y'all say? Friends sleepover vibes. Desiree underscore Michelle is doing a live at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Central Standard Time. So that's we'll keep you company over here for another like I don't know 30 minutes or so before you can hop on over there.
And get
So which will be great because I mean honestly I'm like I'm just hoping that people are still enjoying this because I'm like I'm trying to stay awake.
I mean, there's still 98 people in here, so you know.
Yeah. I genuinely I don't even know why I'm so tired. It like makes no sense. But a part of me is like I want to watch the Umbrella Academy like after this. Like I said I'm tired, but I still kind of want to watch a show
Yeah.
because I haven't watched any other show except well, I mean it's been Bridgerton for a while. That's all I have playing usually.
Yeah.
Oh, Swanky, thank you. Oh, Nat says you're binging Umbrella Academy now, like this season's or all of it. Sarah says from all your botching. Oh, y'all's. I am so excited. I know for y'all's who have seen my story, you know that I'm so excited. You got to understand, both Sal and Bob are like really, really good bocce players. For me to beat them and beat them soundly is like a dream. I would never imagine beating Sal and Bob when I started in 2019. This is like a big, big deal for me. So even, I mean, I made it to the championships last year as well, but like these are like really tough players I beat. So, is Danielle G said, when are the 90 days up? Oh my word. I still don't know. It's probably going to be September 11, 13, or 16. I still haven't figured out the specific date, but it is going to be 90 days. It'll be in September sometime. Oh no. Tanya, see, I need these lives tonight. Just lost my aunt less than a year after losing my dad. I need laughs. Oh, Tanya, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That's tough. That is tough. I will say from what I'm hearing from Roni and Kumirovagirl that Desiree will have you laughing and hopefully getting your mind like to have some levity.
Some distraction for sure.
Some sort of distraction, yeah. It's losses are tough.
Yeah.
Losses are tough. As Danielle G said, also, what number are we at? Number 6 still. We're still at number 6 until we know differently from, we'll find out on Tuesday. Most likely we will stay at number 6, but at least higher up in the numbers, like closer to passing.
What were we at? 102? Was that what it was?
Yeah, we're at 102, and like I think number 5 is at 112. So it would have to be like 10 million in 1 week. I mean, that's not going to happen. So we're gonna be chipping away every week.
Yeah.
I mean, again, unless some Swifties get on board and they can just knock it out in a day, but you know,
I think those Swifties are having a hard time right now after all their concerts were canceled.
Yeah,
Vienna.
Yeah, so I had heard about Vienna, but then you're saying like all of the concerts.
No, I think it's all the ones that were in that area were canceled due to threats.
So yeah, and I mean, and how I mean, Vienna, I will to their credit, did try to do something for Swiftie fans to make up for it, but I mean, nothing's gonna ever make up for like not being able to go to the concert that some of these folks like literally saved up so much money and time for. So that is a bummer. But it's so sad that.
But at least they're getting their money back.
The what?
They are getting their money back. They're all refunding all their tickets.
Oh, they are getting their money back?
Yes, they're refunding it because they can't put the show on due to all the threats that are put in place. Three people have already been
though they
arrested.
can't get like all the money back of like cost of flights and cost of hotels and cost
Probably
of
not.
so
Probably not
yeah,
that, but
yeah.
I
But
also
I mean,
saw videos of them. They were able to organize something with Swarovski where people were going into Swarovski and getting like jewelry in exchange for like the actual paper tickets. For
yeah, I
the
saw that
school.
too,
Yeah.
which was nice
Yeah.
for sure. Retta Luz said, "Do you guys read Lucala Brain Rot on Tumblr? She's great. I think I've read maybe one thing that somebody sent me to read." Oh, Desiree said, "No pressure, right?" I know, pressure, Desiree. You know what? You know why it's no pressure? Because it seems like the way people described it, this is part of just who you are, like your personality. Like it would be pressure for me because I'm not funny. Like I'm, like I'm not. If I make people laugh, it's just because I'm in a laughing mood. But like sometimes I'm way too serious for my own good, and I'm way too literal for my own good. So you have to find me in like a quirky, goofy mood, like that day where I
At the
ended up
hotel.
being like a circle and what, or I ended up being like this tiny on the screen and I didn't know how to fix it.
I lost it.
That day was wild, and y'all were like, "Phoebe, are you sure it was a non-alcoholic drink?" I was like, "I promise you, it really was." But that was a weird day. It was wild.
well, you were a good circle.
I was, but okay. So Tanya C said, "My husband finally finished watching. Yay!" Swanky said, "Is everyone still watching on repeat?" I watch it at least once a day. I know that others are far more committed and have been able to watch it 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I remember to get 2 in, but it depends because sometimes I started in the morning, but I might not go back to my laptop until a little bit later. So yeah.
I just have it playing in a separate room, so like I'm working, but it's just like on. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I try to remind myself to like watch another. I mean, play it for a second time. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Heather asked, "Did y'all see the lady reading tarot cards on the Scrabble board?"
Oh, I saw a part of that. I didn't
Okay,
get
thoughts?
Yeah, I want to know what happened.
I didn't watch it too long. It says that they were bringing fate to like between Luke and Nick, but that's all I caught, and then I had to go.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any other info on that? Because I genuinely am curious.
Well, there's 2 that was given to me. One that I saw on YouTube, which I watched in 2 times speed because cause my brain, I naturally watch things at 1.5 speed. But when the person was talking, I was like, wow, I could still listen to this at 1.75 speed. So I moved it to 1.75 speed. And like, I was like, wow, I could still listen to this in 2 times speed. So I don't even know how, how paced her voice was because in 2 times speed, she sounded normal to like regular speed to me. You know what I mean? So it was a 30 some minute video that I was able to watch
Oh my
in
God,
15
she's
minutes.
here.
The what?
Yeah,
The tarot person's here.
Oh, really?
yeah, she's in the lot.
Anna.
Oh, is that the person
Anna, what happened?
is in the live? Okay,
Yes.
let's just Anna, can I and can I have you just join us instead of us having to figure out? Let me see if I can. Is this possible? I don't know. Did I invite you? I don't know. What was that? Was that an invite? Oh, that was an invitation.
Yeah, there you go. Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
is it Anna?
Oh,
Anna,
Or
however you
Anna or
want to
Anna?
say it. Say it however you want.
How would you say it?
I usually say, "Hi, my name is Anna."
Anna. Okay, Anna.
If
So
I'm saying
Anna,
it in English.
can you give a brief synopsis of, if you're willing, a brief synopsis of what you said in your reading today?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was like an impromptu thing. I just felt inspired, and I'm like, all right, let's do this. Because I had posted the Scrabble picture, and I had put, anybody want to decipher this? And then my subscribers on YouTube were like, girl, you got to do a reading. And I'm like, listen, I don't want to do a whole reading just for that.
For the Scrabble board.
So my reading, I don't know, you were saying something about the reading was 30 minutes. My reading, so other people obviously probably have done a reading. Mine is just an 8-minute thing. And I was like, let me just do something quick. And I kept wanting to cut it short. Anyway, sorry. I'm long-winded. Basically, the message that keeps coming out is almost as if it's Nicola saying, I'm the one, not you. And it's a message to what we call in my readings the karmic, which is the supposed girlfriend.
And so how now I don't have any history of tarot reading or understanding it too much. How does the process go, and what do you do, and how do you read things?
Well, I'm an intuitive reader. And so there's most tarot readers, well, not most, there's so many now, but many tarot readers do traditional reading. And there's like a Celtic cross, like they do specific way of reading. I'm intuitive, and so I use tarot cards and oracle cards that have words on them because the way my process is, the words get highlighted for me. It's a very weird thing to explain, but it's intuitive, and I have guides and all that. I mean, a lot of people might not believe in that. Like, I'm not on the right. Like, my peeps believe in that stuff, but I don't know if your peeps do.
I think
some of us
the
do.
audience is vast here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So anyway, my guides, they highlight words for me. And I hear and I see the visual in my head. Like I see like a little movie playing. And sometimes it's hard for me to explain it. And I repeat myself a lot, but yeah. So I keep seeing words get repeated over and over again. And sometimes I'll hear it in my head. Like if they're saying, no, but say that again so that they understand that that's what it is. And so for the message for the Scrabble board was basically nickel. And now I'm forgetting what the words actually are, but because I also, I forget, by the way, I forget once I've done a reading, it leaves my system.
It's probably good because that would be a lot of just too much information.
It can be
probably.
overwhelming. Let me tell you. Yeah, the energy is like, it's overwhelming, but it's fun too, and I, we've done a lot of readings on my channel, on my YouTube channel, we've done a lot of readings about them, like in the membership. And we had decided that we were tapping too much into their energies, Nicola and Luke. And so every once in a while I'll do, like a check-in, like what's their current energy. And recently I did one for both of them. And there was like, it was really positive actually, because he's been showing up as kind of stuck and with all of his issues.
Like riveted or rivet. Was it like that?
Lagging?
Like was he like stuck like stone? Like was he paralyzed by fear?
Yes.
I just I'm just throwing it out.
Paralyzed by fear, and also really stuck with karmic energy surrounding him, which is the people that don't have his best interest at heart.
Right.
And that's what's been happening this whole summer, and that it's been coming through. And I know other readers have been getting the same messages. I don't watch readings, so I don't really know what other people. But my subscribers put it in the comments. Hey, so and so said this too, and so everybody says there's a consensus with the energy, but.
Yeah, it's funny. Like my FYP has a lot of you guys that do the readings that just kind of like randomly kind of pop up on my FYP, and a lot of you guys end up validating each other, which is kind of cool to see because it's just like so random. So I never know if you guys are talking to each other at all and discussing like for y'all's industry, just checking in. It's like, hey, what are you getting from the guy?
I I don't. I maybe other readers watch readers. I don't. In particular, because I get overwhelmed easily. I'm not, and I read energy, and so I get really overwhelmed by everybody's energy, and
Yeah.
I don't also, just on the practical side, I don't want to be influenced by anybody's style
Sure.
or anybody's words. I know my intentions when I do my readings, and I want that to remain kind of pure, in a way. So yeah, I don't watch other readers, but I know there's a consistent message because the subscribers are talking about it, and they mention it.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's ultimately we have to give the disclaimers. The people who do readings, it's entertainment, right? But I mean, I believe in what I'm doing, or else I wouldn't do it.
Oh, sure. Do you do personal readings and all that stuff, Anna, too?
Yeah, I do. I've been getting a lot of requests for personal readings, and so I've been just tapped out.
Yeah.
But it's
Poor
fun,
thing.
Is that something that you do for free, or do people compensate you for
No,
your reading?
yeah, that's another subject. People think, oh, you have to, like, why would you charge for that? That's like a spiritual thing. But it's
No.
an exchange of energy.
Yeah.
It's an exchange. So I mean, it takes me. My readings are free form, so it can take 30 to almost an hour sometimes to do a reading, and I don't limit myself. There's readers out there, let me tell you. I mean, I do things wrong. I'm doing it the way I feel is right for me. There are readers that will charge, an example, $150 for a reading that is card limits and all of that stuff, and they have rules attached to it. I'm like, listen, however long it takes, I'll do it, but there has to be an exchange, so yeah, I charge. I think it's reasonable.
Oh, well, I definitely think people should be compensated for work that they do.
Yeah.
So, so I was just wondering when folks have been reaching out, especially when you're saying like like you're almost tapped out because there's so many that have reached out.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it for a few years, and now recently I'm getting more attention, obviously, because I started doing the Nicola Luke readings, and that's the current, popular thing. But I mean, I do other types of readings. I had started doing celebrity readings, and they were so much fun because I didn't have to invest that much of myself. And then the celebrities that, I mean, this whole Luke, and it's just a whole big thing. Luke and Nicola is amazing. What's happening? I have my own theories about it, and just because of what's come out in the readings, which I trust for myself, and it's a bigger thing than people realize, and yeah.
It is like a big like universal impact, isn't it? Because their energy is just so strong.
Yeah, it's as I've told my the people that have watched my readings, what first started happening is these two people have come together to affect a collective that not everyone in the world has been affected by them. Some people don't care, but the people that have been touched by them have had a change in them, have had a shift in their heart, in their way of I mean, and not everyone. Some people is just obsession about these two actors and etc. Right? But then there's people that have tapped into something different, and they've begun to question things about their own lives, and that's what I feel is why they came together. So I'm I come from that angle. Of course, I love the other stuff too, but
Yeah, no, I think we can validate that too, because we've all talked about it, where we've seen how like just the community and the fandom has been impacted by seeing them, and just how many people are active, how many people have found the fandom and tapped in. No one has ever shipped people before. No one had like dove into Bridgerton as much as they did this time. So we're definitely seeing it. So it's definitely validating.
I mean, I will tell you that I'm sorry, I don't want to take over your.
Oh no, I mean, please do. Please do. We're staying on for maybe another like 8 more minutes. So please stay for the 8 more minutes, because then after that I'm like having people who want to go to Desiree's live to be able to go to Desiree's live. So no, you're honestly, I was like hurting for topics. So like this is like a blessing.
It was good timing.
Yeah, really
Oh,
good
that's
timing, Anna.
yeah. There's
Really good
no
timing. And
coincidences.
really quick side note before you continue, a part of me was like, I really want to know your reading for Justin and Blake in this whole
Oh my.
it ends with us promo tour. But that's neither here nor there. But
Oh, I don't know who. Listen, I don't watch anything. I don't watch it. But if that's, I can do that. I don't mind doing a reading.
I would be very interested, because I'm wondering what in the world is happening in that world.
Oh,
But
I'm so interested in that as well, because just seeing their chemistry towards each other, it's like it's so heartbreaking because he wants to tell a really like heartfelt story, and everybody's trying to put a positive light on the situation.
Oh,
so it's going to be interesting, Anna, without you having too much context.
I don't even know what
you
you're
need to have
talking
context
about.
to be able to do it.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So send it to me in a message.
Okay.
Yeah, what the names are. And I'll definitely do a reading. Absolutely. That's fun. I like doing that. You know, most, quite honestly, I found out, I'm one of those people that, I found out about Bridgerton because I saw a couple of clips on TikTok of this Nicola and Luke. And I'm like, who are these kids? I'm like, who are these people? They are adorable. I was immediately drawn to them. Immediately. And I was like, all right, I got to find out about this. And I was like, Bridgerton. And I saw season 1, 2, and part 1 of season 3 the weekend before the second part was coming on.
Oh, wow.
So this was just literally, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
And it's been insane, absolutely insane. But I was immediately drawn, and the shift that's happened within myself, it's been a stirring of a lot of stuff to process. And I was like, oh yeah, this is big. This is something different. And of course, you know, there's the other side that we've seen, you know. And I try to tell my subscribers, let's release ourselves a little bit, you know. So I try to back off because I don't want to encourage people to continue an obsession either. You know, it has to be healthy. It has to be something that's productive in your life too, because some people just get lost in it. I mean, you should see, I've the amount of emails that I've gotten from people that, like, literally multiple emails a day telling me, look at this question, ask this, do that. And it's like, wow, I don't know how to help this person. So it can be a little scary sometimes too, but
Yeah, it's tough.
I was going to say something. I forgot. Sorry.
How did you get into this?
Oh,
Into this work?
I mean, my whole life I've done kind of spiritual stuff. I always wanted to be a tarot reader. Or not really. I wanted to learn tarot since I was a teenager, young. But I was always turned off because I don't memorize very well. And I always thought back then, you know, I'm old. So back then there was no internet, there was no YouTube, there was none of that. And so I would go to the library and take out tarot books. And I would be like, I have to memorize this stuff. Oh my God. Because there's 78 cards. You have to memorize what they each mean. And then when they're next to each other, you know, it becomes a complicated thing. And I was turned off by that. I didn't know that I could be with my intuition, that I could listen to and understand the messages, but from the pictures and the words. So literally just about 6 years ago is when I started with Oracle cards. And I said, I'm going to do something different. And it must have been because I saw a video of someone using, and so it opened up like, that was it. It was just like, oh, it's game on, right? And it was amazing because I thought, I don't have to limit myself. I don't have to remember. And I've been learning all this time, you know, you learn as you go. But I've developed my style and the way I communicate with what I call my guides, right? And it's just, yeah, it seems like natural to me now.
And what platforms are you on? Are you on TikTok and YouTube, or are there other platforms you're
I'm
on?
on YouTube. And I had started many years ago and I didn't get any attention because I was like, just doing regular readings. It wasn't meant to be. It really wasn't. Like I would get frustrated. I'd left for a few months and I would come back. I'd be like, is anybody out there? And I like Luke and Nicola have opened up my world really.
That's so cool.
Have brought people, and then they've stayed because not just because of Luke and Nicola readings, but because they whatever, they like my style and I'm just the way I am. And it's been amazing. But I started on TikTok. I had another channel on TikTok and I don't know how to log on. It had been so long. And so there's another Soul Embrace Tarot out there.
You know what though? You know what, Anna? I think that probably, one of the things that you're describing, I think people do gravitate towards folks that are authentic and just truly who they are as people.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people always just gravitate to, like they feel the most comfortable with. Now, I am just going to be ending this soon because I do want to send folks over to Desiree, who's going to start at like, I think 7:30 Pacific Standard Time.
That was fun.
But Anna, before you go,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure and ask, are you fine if because I usually put this stuff on YouTube, and I wasn't going to put this live because I was like, I don't have anything to really offer people, but you came on and I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of folks that actually reach out to me and like, oh, have you checked out this? And I actually typically don't well, partly it's because usually some of the things that people send me are very long, but I did watch two things that someone sent me today. One was you and the other one was something that was 30 minutes long, but I could watch in 2x speed. So I finished in 15 minutes, but I just didn't know, are you okay if I put this on YouTube? Of
course. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And how about you, Kumirovagirl? Is that okay with you as well? Or are you there? Can you hear me?
No, absolutely fine.
Okay, perfect. Because I usually want to make sure I have people's permission. And Roni, I wondered what happened to you. Her app decided to update itself. That's what happened to me one time. I was doing a live and TikTok decided to update, and I'm like, wait, what are you doing? I'm on a live. But anyways, if any folks are not following any of the three folks that went on live with me today, just feel free to follow them. I think you can see their names everywhere, so hopefully you can find them that way. And I just really appreciate all of your time. Thank you for coming on board without like any warning and just kind of just join for fun. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun. I appreciate it. I did not expect to do any of this, but
thank you for doing it so last minute. It's just folks were like, you're in the space. So I was like, hey, why not?
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, folks, if you are interested, also Desiree again is doing the live, so feel free to head over there. If I could send you over myself somehow, I would, but I don't know how to do that. So I'll say good night. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.